Hey everyone, Scott Cunningham, aka Scott C Business. Today we're going to be talking about Mines tokens and why you want to buy on-chain Mines tokens from ForkDelta, given the prices don't drastically change after I make this. You're always going to have to check the prices before you do it, but I'm going to explain where the price would have to be for this to be viable and why that is, and why this is going to be the cheapest possible way that you can get Mines tokens and boost your posts. But this might not necessarily be the most viable way to be donating and doing other things with Mines. This is specifically for if you're trying to get tokens so that you can boost your posts. I've talked about boosting your posts, I've talked about what are Mines tokens, and I've talked about MetaMask in other videos that you'll be able to find. I'm going to link all of these together in a massive comprehensive resource list, and this will be one of the videos as well. So I might not necessarily have this in the description because I'm not going to have a million different links, but everything will be able to be found after this is all done, and that should all be posted fairly soon anyway, so you won't have to wait too long, and everything is already out there regardless, because this should be the last video or one of the last videos. And then eventually, after I get all of the main stuff done, I will do one large overview of Mines and what is Mines. So today we're going to be looking at ForkDelta and getting on-chain tokens for very cheap and why it's going to be beneficial to do so. One thing that you have to note, and note this very seriously because this is very crucial. There is Mines and there is Mined with no S. So here you can see Mines, it says Mines, but Mines is not searchable on ForkDelta. If you go on ForkDelta.app or .com or whatever, and you type in Mines, nothing shows up. But you see something pops up when you type in Mined. So you might get confused and think, oh, it's just Mined token. No, that's something else. You don't want that. Mines is not all caps for some reason, but the Mines token is only unlisted, meaning you can only get there via the URL. You will not be able to search this or find this normally on the website. Only people who are going through the URL are going to find this. So because of that, I will have this URL linked in several places, but most importantly and most easily, you'll be able to find it in my bio link right here. Where can you buy Mines tokens? From ForkDelta. Now, why do you want to buy it from ForkDelta and not from Mines? Well, let's take a look. If you want to go buy Mines tokens from Mines, it's going to cost 15 cents each because they are pegged to be 15 cents all the time. So why does that matter? Well, if you buy Mines tokens for 15 cents and then you have to spend a gas fee to boost, it's going to be a little expensive, especially if you're able to buy off-chain tokens from other users and spend those with no fees. The thing is, generally when you're buying off-chain tokens from another user, well, right now at least, it's going for 10 cents because it has to still be more viable than buying it at the same price of what a Mines token is worth from Mines. So they make it more financially viable by making it 5 cents cheaper, plus you save on the fees. So you save a bunch of money doing that. But you have to forego the trust and security, and you have to trade with random people and hope that they're actually going to trade you. Well, if you want to get around the security issue there, that aspect, you can trade on ForkDelta using the actual URL that we talked about. So you can sell, you can buy, obviously everything that you would do normally on an exchange. And this is how you'll be able to sell your Mines tokens, because we've mostly focused on why you want to buy them. But if you also want to sell your Mines tokens, this is the safest way you can go about doing that. And if your Mines tokens are on chain, this is also the only real way that you're going to be able to sell them to other users in a safe way. If you have off-chain tokens and you want to sell them, you can get 5 times as much if you keep them off-chain and you sell them directly. But if you're trying to be as safe as possible, you can put them on chain and you can sell them here. So fairly simple. Obviously, if you have any idea of how crypto exchanges work, this is pretty obvious to you. But if not, we'll go through the very basics just real quick. So say you're coming on here to sell. You would go and you would create a sell order. How many Minds tokens are you trying to sell? Well, actually, first, again, you have to have MetaMask, as we said originally. First, you would actually have to deposit your Minds tokens to ForkDelta. So you would take your Minds tokens and say, I was trying to sell 100. I would deposit 100, go through the check on MetaMask, verify the transaction. It goes through. I pay the gas fee. Now it shows up that it's here, and I could go and I could sell it. And then you want to sell it for, a reasonable price. So you could look at what other people are selling it for, and maybe you could undercut them a little bit or do the same thing. It's really based on supply and demand, and obviously, do what you do with the exchange. I can't have complete insight into what time you're trying to actually sell or buy and what the market looks like at the time that you're doing so. But right now, the cheapest is going for about 2 cents, and the most expensive is going for about 4 cents. And the reason why this is important is because buying on-chain tokens becomes less viable than buying off-chain once you get above 5-6 cents. Because when you're below 5 or 6 cents, there's this way that you can save money, and you're not always going to save money unless you do it the way that I'm going to explain. So this is what would happen. Say you're going to make a boost, and it's probably easiest if we walk through this here. So say you're going to make a boost, and you do it with off-chain. You want to do, a full 5,000 views, 5 tokens, no problem. You spend it, you're good to go. But say you bought Minds tokens for only 2 cents a piece. Maybe now the fee won't be so bad, because the fee is applied to the entire order. Why does that matter? Well, say you bought Minds tokens for 2 cents and you wanted to boost 1,000 views, but your fee for boosting, as we'll be able to see right now, this is what you'll see when you go to actually spend your on-chain tokens. And you want to edit your gas fee to be as cheap as possible so you can save money, obviously, because it's going to be the overall order cost. And this matters, and I'll explain in a second. So you bought your tokens for 2 cents a piece. The cheapest possible spend you can do, that's reasonable, and it's going to take a long time, 26 minutes, is 9 cents. So that's 11 cents. But if you could buy 1 token from someone for 10 cents, you are now losing money by doing this. However, I mean, you probably want to just do the 42 seconds. So, say you wanted to boost 2 tokens plus 17, that's 21 cents. Still costing you more money. But once you go to 3 tokens and it only costs 23 cents instead of 30 cents. You are now saving 7 cents. And all the way up to 5 tokens, you will save a lot of money. If you're planning on boosting all of your posts with 5 tokens worth, you are going to save money by buying on-chain tokens for very cheap. And it's based on how much you bought them for. If you're buying them for 2 cents, it becomes viable after 2 tokens. Once you're spending 3 tokens, it's now viable. Unless you're willing to wait the 26 minutes. It depends what you do for your gas fees too. Because if the network is congested, these will go up. So it's also based on that. So you have to keep all these factors in mind. But if you did get your on-chain tokens for 2 cents, you now have the ability to save, upwards of 20 to 30 cents on your transactions, which is a lot. You're going to save a lot of money if you're doing a ton of boosts every day. And this is the way that you're going to want to do it. This is the cheapest possible way that you could do it. As of now, if you're buying them for upwards of 4 cents, it's still going to be, you're still going to save money, but you're going to have to use more tokens. It might not be viable until after, well, here, let's just do the math. So say you got 4 tokens. Say you're buying 5 tokens for 4 cents. That's 20 cents plus 17 cents. Now you're at 37 cents. Still, 13 cents is being saved for every time you do a 5 token boost. So you're going to save a lot of money in the process. It might be small, but if you're boosting every day, several boosts, you're going to save, a couple dollars a day that can all go back into getting more tokens and doing more boosts. So you're going to save the most money possible. And this video is also going to encourage more people to get into the market and start selling. So we're going to have the benefit of cheaper boosting, as well as more people being able to actually make some money off of their tokens. Thing is, you can't get greedy and start selling your tokens at, 5 cents or 6 cents, because it stops becoming viable. People aren't going to save money if it's costing them 6 cents. It might still be viable. It's probably still viable at 5 cents, maybe barely viable at 6 cents. Like you'll save 1 cent or 2 cents, but you're going to save money doing this. That is the biggest end all, the only thing that really matters here. If you want to save money, do this. You can also support other Minds users and encourage the trading of Minds tokens by doing it like this. And this is just a great way to encourage the exchange of Minds and, optimize as best as you can. This really just helps everyone. Anyone trying to make money off of Minds gets to make more money. Anyone trying to boost gets to save money. So this is a great way to go about it. And once you've actually acquired your tokens, if you were buying, you would just do the opposite of the deposit. So you'd go to withdraw, you'd have your tokens here, you'd withdraw them, then they would show up in your wallet. Not actually doing that. Then they'd show up in your wallet under Minds, and they would show up in your wallet on Minds as well, as you can see here. I recently bought 300 for, crazy cheap, because obviously at 2 cents a piece, it's hard to turn up that deal. And I mean, that's why I'm telling you guys about this. This is a very, very great opportunity you can take advantage of, save a ton of money, you can start selling. But again, everyone, you have to be very, very aware that you need to use this specific link to get to this, because otherwise you're probably going to end up accidentally buying MIND token, Mind token, not Minds. And I really, really stress that I do not want anyone accidentally getting screwed and then blaming me or whatever. These videos are meant to help you. They're meant to help you save money, help others make money. I don't want you accidentally putting yourself in a bad position here with Mind tokens. You want to buy Minds. I will let you guys know if there's any other exchanges that I find out about or that start to allow selling and buying of Minds. Until then, I hope this helped. Let me know in the comments. I'm Scott Cunningham, aka Scottsy Business. Signing off. Cheers.